This is not the SUV you think you want. This is the one you actually need. The 2026 Honda Passport RTL isn't flashy. It doesn't have orange recovery hooks. It won't crawl over boulders or flex like a Jeep. But here's the truth. You don't need that. You need a reliable, spacious, well-built SUV that gets you to work, school, soccer practice, and maybe a weekend trail, without costing a fortune or breaking down. And for that, the Passport RTL is perfect. While everyone's drooling over the rugged TrailSport trim, with its all-terrain tires, skid plates, and aggressive stance, the reality is, most buyers will never use those upgrades. They'll drive on pavement, park in garages, and complain about fuel economy, just like every other midsize SUV owner. So why pay $3,700 more for gear you won't use? That's the real question. Because when you look under the skin, the RTL and TrailSport are fundamentally the same vehicle. Same chassis, same engine, same all-wheel drive system, same dimensions. The only differences? Suspension tuning, tire type, and cosmetic badges. And yes, the RTL is actually quicker in a straight line. It hits 60 miles per hour in 7.1 seconds, while the heavier, off-road equipped TrailSport takes 7.7 seconds. It runs the quarter mile faster. It stops just as hard, 125 feet from 60 miles per hour, despite the TrailSport's chunky tires. And it rides slightly firmer, but quieter, thanks to all-season rubber that doesn't hum on the highway. So if you're buying a Passport for daily life, which is what 95% of owners do, the RTL isn't just good enough, it's better. Let's talk about what makes the RTL special. Because it's not about power or performance. It's about practicality, space, and smart design. Step inside, and you're greeted by one of the best interiors in the segment. The dashboard is clean, intuitive, and packed with storage. There are cup holders everywhere, deep door pockets, a large center console bin, and hidden cubbies under the rear seats. The second row is spacious, with excellent legroom and easy access. The trunk? Massive, 41.2 cubic feet behind the rear seats, expanding to 77.1 cubic feet when folded. It's a flat load floor too, perfect for bikes, coolers, or camping gear. Materials aren't as flashy as the TrailSport's orange-stitched leather, but they're durable, scratch-resistant, and feel premium. No squeaks, no rattles, just solid Honda build quality. The infotainment is an 8.0-inch touchscreen with wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Responsive, simple, and distraction-free. No wireless connectivity on the RTL, but you can upgrade it later. There's no digital gauge cluster, but the analog dials are clear and easy to read. This isn't trying to be a luxury SUV. It's trying to be a no-nonsense, family-ready machine, and it nails it. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the powertrain. The Passport RTL uses a 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6, making 285 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque, sent through a 10-speed automatic transmission and Honda's excellent iVTM4 all-wheel drive system. Is it exciting? No. The engine is peaky. Most of the power comes above 5,000 RPM, so around town, you have to rev it out to get moving. The transmission holds gears too long in eco mode, making acceleration feel sluggish. But switch to sport mode or use the paddle shifters and it wakes up. On the highway, it's smooth, quiet, and composed. And the iVTM4 system? It's brilliant. Unlike basic AWD setups that only send power rearward, this one can distribute torque side to side across the rear axle, up to 70% to a single rear wheel. That means incredible traction on loose surfaces, snow, or wet roads. We took the RTL through a deep sand pit and it crawled through effortlessly, just like the TrailSport. Ground clearance? Same, 8.3 inches. Approach and departure angles? Identical. Drive modes? Both have tow, snow, and off-road settings. So if you're worried the RTL can't handle dirt roads or light trails, don't be. It can. It just doesn't look like it can. And that's the core argument. The TrailSport looks cooler, but the RTL drives better. It's lighter, it's quicker, it's quieter. It handles slightly sharper, posting 0.81 grams of lateral grip and a 27.7-second figure-8 lap, both better than the TrailSport. The steering is light but predictable. The brake pedal is soft but consistent. The ride is firm enough to feel controlled, but soft enough to absorb bumps. Wind noise is minimal. Road noise is muted. It feels planted, secure, and confident. Exactly what you want in a daily driver. The TrailSport trades some of that refinement for off-road capability. Softer suspension, louder tires, more body roll. But unless you're hitting Moab every weekend, you'll miss the comfort more than you'll appreciate the knobbies. Plus, the RTL starts at $46,245, nearly $4K less than the base TrailSport. For that price difference, you could buy a rooftop tent, a full set of winter tires, or 2 years of gas. Or just save the money. Either way, it's value. But here's where Honda really wins: reliability and ownership cost. The Passport has a proven track record of low maintenance, high resale value, and minimal repairs. The V6 is bulletproof. The 10-speed transmission is durable. The iVTM4 system has been used for years in the Pilot and Acura MDX. No major issues reported. Insurance rates are reasonable. Fuel economy? Not great. We saw 21 mpg combined, right on par with the EPA estimate. The TrailSport does slightly worse, around 20 mpg, due to higher rolling resistance, but neither is a gas guzzler. With a 388-mile range, you can go weeks between fill-ups. And unlike EVs or hybrids, there's no range anxiety. Need to tow? Both trims can pull 5,000 pounds, enough for a small camper, boat, or trailer. The trailer hitch is standard. Trailer sway control is built in. It's ready to work, quietly, reliably, and affordably. So who should buy the TrailSport? Only if you actually go off-road regularly. If you camp in the backcountry, rock crawl, or live on a dirt road that floods in the rain, then yes, the all-terrain tires, skid plates, and lifted suspension matter. For everyone else, the RTL delivers 95% of the capability, 100% of the comfort, and costs thousands less. It's not the SUV you want. It's the one you need. And in a market flooded with overhyped, overpriced adventure vehicles, that honesty is refreshing. Honda didn't try to make the Passport a Bronco killer. They made it a thoughtful, capable, family-focused SUV. And the RTL is the purest expression of that philosophy. It doesn't shout. It doesn't show off. It just works. No gimmicks. No drama. Just dependable, spacious, intelligent design. At the end of the day, car buying isn't about dreams. It's about reality. And the reality is, most people don't need a TrailSport. They need a vehicle that starts every morning, fits the whole family, handles bad weather, and doesn't drain their wallet. The 2026 Honda Passport RTL does all that, and does it better than almost any other midsize SUV in its class. It may not win beauty contests. It won't turn heads at the trailhead, but it will get you where you're going safely, comfortably, and without surprises. And sometimes, that's the greatest luxury of all. Would I take the RTL over the TrailSport? If I were buying from my family, absolutely. If I wanted style over substance, maybe not. But I'd still want one in my driveway. What do you think? Is the Passport RTL the most underrated SUV of 2026? Could you see yourself in a 46K Honda that's built for real life? Drop a comment below. Smash that like button if you want more honest SUV reviews and real-world comparisons. And subscribe, because we're not just covering cars. We're tracking the ones that make everyday adventures possible. Until next time, stay practical, stay ready.